You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Brandon, the fish are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 51 of the Battered Marlins Fans Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Ganana, and alongside me, as always, Mr. Brandon Griffin. How are you doing, sir?
5 series wins in a row, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yes. Let me tell you something. I thought that this was going to be the weekend where we kind of came crashing back down to earth. I'm starting to think that this team might not just be a trend, right? It might not just be getting hot at the right. Like we might be able, and I'm not saying that we're gonna make the playoffs. I'm not saying anything like that, but I think that there's a chance that we said, "Oh, let's do 500 ball all the way to the end." Maybe we get closer to that than we thought.
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, we both kind of agreed the Brewers series we thought was going to be tough, and
Oh yeah,
we
absolutely.
looked really good. And the guy said it at the end of the broadcast last night. At the end of the game, they said this team isn't just playing good baseball. This is a good baseball team. And when you look at how they played, yesterday's game was a perfect example of that. Like defensively, we were great. Pitching was fantastic. Um, Offense was there when we needed it, and you know, the rest is history. Like we got blown out one game out of the six, and I think
And it wasn't to the
the
Brewers.
Brewers, right, which is surprising. I didn't think the Cardinals had it in them, but
Well, the Brewer series, we win the first two, and I texted you Saturday after that the second win. I was like,
yeah,
is there a chance that we sweep them? Now, you and I had been talking about possibly doing a show Monday morning after that series. Like, if they sweep them, I think we got to get on
we
Monday
have
morning.
to.
Like that was a big deal. But it was a tight game. Couldn't hold on late. Your thoughts on the
Yeah.
Brewer series?
It was great all around. We really should have had the sweep. The bullpen really lost that Yuri gem. He threw the 5 innings. I think it was 2 hits, 1 run. So fantastic game he threw, and then surprisingly Hernandez, who's been pretty shut out,
Yeah,
just didn't look great. Or Henriquez, sorry, and Gibson,
Ronnie.
gives it up too. Yeah, so that was tough to see, especially because Yuri really threw a gem, and but I'll take 2 out of 3 from the Brewers any day of the week because even though they're not playing it like it now, they are a really great team and they're right in the playoff hunt,
Are they
fighting
the
for to
top?
make the
Well,
playoffs.
going into that series, weren't they the best team in the league record wise?
I believe so. I
Uh,
believe so.
I know the Blue Jays have gotten really hot recently. But at the moment, yeah, I believe going into that series, the Brewers had the best record in the league. So, I mean, I think that we were in our right mind when we predicted that maybe the Marlins maybe take one. The fact that they had a
Mm-hmm.
chance going into that eighth inning to sweep the Brewers, I think that was a
Yeah.
big deal. And I love what you said and what the person I didn't hear. I was at the It's Miami game, so I didn't get to
Yeah.
watch it. But the fact that he said they're not just playing good baseball, this is a good baseball team. I love that.
Yeah. It's evident in the way we're playing. Like they're good at basics. They're really composed, and for a young team, you wouldn't expect to see a young team really stay in the games because they did a breakdown, and I forget the stats, but it impressed me is we really have not been blown out very much. I think we've lost by more than like 5 runs. I think only a handful of times this season. So you know we're really staying in games. We're fighting. But I do have a theory about what caused the Brewers series to go our way.
Oh, okay. Let me hear that.
We were wearing the teal hats for Hall of Fame weekend.
I should have put on my teal hat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know what? And I like the look. I was like, I don't
Hmm.
care if it's not necessarily a perfect match. I loved it. And is this the first time? I don't remember them doing a Hall of Fame weekend where they wear like their
I don't
throwback hats. I don't remember them doing that before.
I don't remember it either. But I love it, and I hope we keep doing it because it was really cool. Um, it was cool to see that. And also, speaking of Hall of Fame week, you can go on Fanatics now and you can actually buy an Ichiro Marlins jersey with a Hall of Fame patch on it.
Would you
It's
buy
not
that?
the one he paid. No, the only reason I wouldn't is because it's not the one he played in while he was here. It's the current jersey.
You know why I wouldn't? Did you hear his speech? I know it was a joke.
I didn't
Did you hear
listen
what he
to it.
said?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he thanked David Sampson and I forget who else it was for bringing him onto the Marlins. And then he goes, "But to be honest with you, when you guys contacted me, I had never even heard of that team." I was like, "God damn!" I get it was a joke, but I was like, "Oh, come on now." So
Hmm.
yeah, no, I don't know if I'd be running out to buy that jersey. I know it's a joke, but damn.
Yeah.
But all right, so the Brewers, we win the series, and I'm ecstatic. I'm at that point thinking we can get 2 out of 3 for the Cardinals, end up with
Hmm.
4 wins, 4-2, and you keep going 4-2 enough. You're finally gonna get
Yeah.
to 500 because we're only 3 games on the 500 right now. So we
Feels good.
go, we play the Cardinals, and then Monday comes. Uh, Eddie Cabrera pitches a gem, six
Hmm.
innings, scoreless
Yeah.
ball. And then is it Josh Simpson was it that jumped on? Yes, I
Yeah.
believe it
I
was
think it was
him that
Simpson.
that went ahead, gave up a bunch of runs, and then I was like, okay, maybe you won't, maybe you won't, maybe you won't win 2 out of 3. But we
Yeah.
ended up losing that game, won the next two. Your thoughts on the Cardinals
Uh,
games?
Cardinals games were great. I think to your point, Eddie did throw a great game. Only gave up 2 runs, 1 earned run, over the 6 innings that he threw. And yeah, Simpson came in, didn't even last. I think he got 1 out in the inning that he was in and gave up 4 runs. So that really just blew what chance we had at coming back. But the offense really wasn't there either. So Eddie didn't even have any run support. We didn't score till the ninth. So that
And
had
I
me a
meant
little
yeah,
worried.
and I misspoke because I said that he went scoreless. No, he didn't go. Yeah, you're right. He did give up 2 runs early.
Hmm.
But the Marlins didn't give up a run the last 2 games.
Yeah, shut him out both games. And Sandy looked fantastic on Tuesday. He's bringing that ERA back down to I think 6.3 now. So he's coming down in the right direction. Quantrill, I think threw his probably his best game of the season last night. He did get into a bases loaded jam and was able to work out of it, which was impressive. Um, and then, God, who was it that came out of the pen last night? I mean, the bullpen for the last 2 games has been really good as well. And I think, some of those guys, we'll talk about, we might see some moves with them. But like last night, guy I've really been kind of impressed with that I mean, I really wasn't thinking about him before the season
Tyler
started.
Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips has
Mhm.
been really good. He got a four inning save the other night, and I thought he was going to do it again last night, but yeah, he kind of lost at the end. He had a couple of runners on base, but Ronnie came in, shut the door, saved us out of that one with 2 quick strikeouts, which was impressive, and Foster closed the door.
No,
So
Ronnie's
all
been
good.
great. That Brewer slip up, I think, is something
Yeah.
that it's more of an aberration. I think Ronnie's been absolutely great,
Hmm.
and I'm curious to see where he ends up as far as coming into the games later on because he is. I feel like he's a steady hand.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he's probably slotted in right now as like our setup
Shut
guy.
up, man. Hmm.
Yeah. Um, and who knows? I mean, Ronnie's pretty got some nice velocity. He's got some good movement on his pitches. Could be a guy that we end up seeing maybe as like a closer roll down the line, depending on what happens with our relievers.
So we went 4-2, 52 and 55, 3 games under 500. I think if we say this before the season starts, 3 games under 500 at the trade deadline, I think a lot of people take that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have. I
But
absolutely
we're
would have.
we're not at the deadline. So let's start with the trades. Fortes gone.
Gone.
We were texting about this. I
Yeah.
thought we'd get a little more for Fortes, somebody that maybe might contribute next year in some capacity. Your thoughts on the Nick
Yeah.
Fortes trade?
So initially I wasn't crazy about it, and it's just because like I had no clue who the prospect was that we got back in return, so I was just kind of going off of the team's like internal rankings, right? So Tampa had him rated as their 28th best prospect, which is probably a little bit less than what I would think we would get back in return for Fortes.
Hmm.
But they actually broke down the trade during the game yesterday. That was interesting. And they pointed out they're like, the Rays have a really deep farm system.
So
So the
28th for them is
28th
not bad.
best guy is probably closer to like teens for
Yeah,
most teams,
which is what
which
I
when you think
expected.
about it is probably not bad. And then they brought up another point, which is interesting, that now with our internal rankings, he's the 30th top ranked prospect in our system, which shows you how deep our system has kind of gotten in such a short period of time. Like, I don't think we have a top five system right now, but we have a
Right.
very deep system. So, I think when you look back and you step back, and it's probably what we should have gotten for Fortes, and he actually got a start last night before. So, hopefully he continues to play. He was a good, good player for the club. Our longest tenured player
Yeah.
with the team. So, best of luck to him, and hopefully this prospect turns out because, you know, we might need some offensive or some outfield help soon.
So I feel like the way, at least the way the rumors have been swirling, it's almost like it's a foregone conclusion that Sandy's leaving. But now it doesn't seem like it's as sure of a deal yet. I know I have my cousins are Mets fans,
Hmm.
and they keep texting me, letting me know that the Mets supposedly are interested. That's what they're saying up there. Do you think Sandy is gone by the end of the day today? Today being the deadline, and
Yeah.
if he is, what kind of a return do we see? Because I think that at the moment, even though he's looked a little better over the last after, since the All Star break, I still think that we would have to sell low if we were to trade him away right now.
So Sandy came out yesterday and, and basically said he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Did
He
he?
flat out said, "I want to be in Miami.
Damn, I missed one day, and
I
so
want to
much
be
crap
here."
missed.
And he said, "But listen, if something happens at the deadline and I move on, like I don't have control over that. So I'm just controlling me." But he wants to be here, and I still kind of firmly believe that you're kind of tying Yuri's future to Sandy. I know it's not a popular opinion, and most people don't feel that way, but I do think that there's a bond between those two. And I think if you keep Sandy around, at least for the rest of the season, I think you could probably lock Yuri up to like a club friendly extension, kind of like we did with Sandy, and maybe lock him down. And also give Sandy an opportunity to increase his trade value because we don't have to trade Sandy right now. It's not like Sandy's values can get any worse right
No,
now.
I don't think he can either. No.
Now, the only thing is the rumors are that the Astros are making a large push right now for Sandy. Sandy, and they are trying to figure out between him and Cease from the Padres.
Hmm.
It's kind of like whichever deal they can get done first.
We still
So
have him for 3 more seasons, well, including this one. So 2.5 more seasons. They have a club option in 2027, and that club option, he's getting paid 21 mil. He's not going to see 2027 with the Marlins.
he might. He
Hmm.
might. You never know. Um, and if he really does want to be here, and we start like, we have a competitive team right now, like we're winning games. If that trajectory improves, which it should once we bring back most of our starting rotation next year, um, he may be interested in signing a more club friendly deal for 2027. But you never know, right? I do think his trade value is down a little bit, but I think the Marlins probably hold on, and they know what they have with Sandy, right? Like they know what they want to get for him, and I don't think the Marlins have to sell low because they have that club control. And next in the offseason, if he keeps pitching like he's pitched his last couple starts, his trade value will be a lot higher. So they can probably make a move then if they get the right deal.
Any? Have you heard anything about Eddie Cabrera? Because I thought that that would be the chip, and I haven't heard too much.
I have not.
Hmm.
I have read quite a bit that that is probably the most likely deal to get done from the Marlins is a trade for Cabrera, but I have not seen anywhere that's really reported like
This team is
firm
interested.
interest.
Right.
Right. And we've seen some starters come off the board already, with trades last night and this morning, or well, mostly last night. I saw them this morning. So, and then you've got like guys on the block. Like I think the Giants came out yesterday and said they're willing to trade Verlander.
I
Like
heard that. Yeah.
there's guys on the market that may be a little more proven, and a guy like Verlander probably come cheap too.
Yep.
So, I think I don't know. I think Sandy's probably become the most likely to be traded, but a lot of our trade partners have already kind of made moves. Like the Cubs went out and pulled off a trade for a starter last night. Blue Jays are probably still in it. Red Sox,
The Blue Jays are hot.
Astros, yeah. So we could still see that happening, but I don't know. I think the Marlins probably push Eddie onto some teams, but I mean the good news for people staying is I haven't heard a lot of rumors about like our bullpen being moved or the rumors about Dane Meyer have seemed to die down. So he may be staying as well because I know there were teams interested in him.
Well, trade deadline is today. It's going to be interesting what happens with Sandy, possibly Eddie Cabrera. But we do have a big series coming up because it's at home, and you know that it's one of the few times a year where that stadium sells out. They
Mm-hmm.
got the Yankees coming into town, and after the Yankees, we play against the Astros. So starting with the Yankees aren't in great form. They've been
Mm-mm.
stumbling recently. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Judge isn't going to be playing. The earliest he might come back is on Monday, so he's going to miss the series for sure.
Yeah.
I think that the Marlins are getting the Yankees at the perfect time. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
miss Max Fried because he just pitched, so their best pitcher won't be playing against the Marlins. I think the Marlins have a great chance to win this series. Also, I'm gonna say that the Marlins go ahead and they win the series 2-1. Maybe even a sweep, but I'll play it safe and say 2-1. I don't want to get over my. I've been playing it
Yeah.
3-3, but let's go 2-1. 2-1. I think the Marlins take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Your thoughts on the Yankee series?
No, I agree with you. I think 2 out of 3 is probably right where we'll be. And I will preface this with it kind of depends on what we do at the deadline, right? Because I think both Sandy won't pitch against the Yankees, but Eddie will. Um, well, the Yankees are going to get Yuri and Eddie, so I think we can probably win those 2 games if Eddie's still here. So yeah, 2 out of 3 I think is good. I definitely think we win Sunday for Jack, um, for his Hall of
Bobblehead.
Fame induction. Yeah,
I think that's. I don't think I've seen a bobblehead like that before, and I think such a cool bobblehead because it looks
the
like a
trading
trading card.
cards. Yeah,
Such a cool bobblehead.
yeah. My coworker who got my tickets or got the tickets for that game, I already told her I'm like, you gotta bring me one of those bobbleheads.
For
That's all
sure.
I want.
That's absolute awesome bobblehead. And then we got the Astros. The Astros are one of the top teams in the league right now, 62-47. They've also stumbled as of late, but definitely a top team. Uh, your thoughts on the Astro series?
Um, so I think it's gonna be interesting, right? Because the Astros are the team making the big push for Sandy.
Hmm.
Sandy would be scheduled to start for us in that series, and most likely also, if he is traded to the Astros, start for the Astros in that series.
You think they would do
So,
that?
yeah, have his first game be someplace he's already comfortable against his former team. Yeah,
That would be wild. He'd pitch a gem.
God, I would probably go. I would probably go to that game just to see.
That would be
But
interesting.
I think we probably. I'm going to be optimistic. I think we take 2 out of 3 from the Astros at home. I think the Astros are playing pretty decent baseball right now. They're a good team. Like they
Hmm.
can they can definitely take 2 out of 3 from us, but I think the cards kind of fall in our favor. I think we take 2 out of 3 from them.
I'm gonna go take one from the Astros, and we end up 3-3, 55 and 58. And heading into a series against the Braves, in
Hmm.
which I feel like that's the moment where all of a sudden you win, because that's a 4 game series, I believe. You win 3 out of 4, all of a sudden you're at 500.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something if we came back against the Braves and we got to 500 against them? That would feel
Yeah,
really good.
yeah, that's it. We go 3-3 in the next 6, and then take 3 out of 4 against the Braves. All of a sudden, you're at 500, and it happens against the Braves. It's pretty sweet. I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would
who
be
who would have
awesome.
saw that coming at the beginning of the year? Absolutely nobody.
No one. No one.
No. All right. Any final thoughts there, Brenton?
Um, make sure you have your alerts on today, being deadline day. Even if the Marlins aren't as active as they project to be, um, it'll be interesting to see. We might see some new faces with the big league team, and we might see some beloved faces leave. So just keep a lookout for trade deadline day. It's a fun day for baseball, and we don't have a game today, so there's no excuse not to keep up with the trade action.
Yeah. Thursday is a relatively usually a quiet day, even though
Yeah,
next week we got the Braves. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun, and I'm sure there's gonna be tons of people at the stadium this weekend, like there always is for that
oh
Yankee
yeah,
series. So that should be fun, a fun atmosphere, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
yeah. Agreed. It'll be a good time.
Absolutely. So if you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And for the no, and then there I go. It's like a spiel. I was about to thank the chat. Brenton, awesome talking with you again, talking fish, and
Always
we'll be
is.
back next week, hopefully talking 3-3 at a minimum. So until the next
Yep.
one, have a good one.